Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you all are doing good. I'm Kashmala Ashraf and I'm here to present the third lecture of Doll's House written by Henrik Ibsen. In our previous lecture, I have already talked about how this play is considered as a feminist play because it talks about the equal rights of male and female in a society. So in this play, I'm going to focus on the symbolism used in A Doll's House and the character analysis of Nora, who is our main character, as we have already discussed in our last two previous lectures. So, let's start with the symbolism. There are many symbolic features in this play, including first of all, the first symbol is the title itself, A Doll's House. It is a symbol within itself. Why? Because Nora is a doll to be controlled by her husband and the ideas of a society. Hence, a doll's house is a symbol, major symbol. I have quoted a line from the text. But our home has been nothing but a playroom. I have been your doll wife, just as at home I was Papa's doll child, and in this house the children have been my dolls. I thought it was great fun when you played with me, and they thought it was great fun when I played with them. That is what our marriage has been, Torvald. So we can say that the doll's house title itself is one of the major symbol of the play. Our next symbol is Dr. Rank. He was a minor character in the play. We have already discussed all the characters in our previous lecture. Dr. Rank is a very important symbol in the play. He symbolizes fate. How? In that he knew he was going to die and he accepted this. Dr. Rank stated, "Nothing that I haven't been preparing for, but I didn't expect it to happen so soon." He also said that it's all over, nothing can be done. So we can say that there is another slide about Dr. Rank. Let's read it first. He also symbolizes, in some sense, family obligation and the consequences of them if they are not met. His father lived in excess and um, failed to live off to his obligation of being a good father. Therefore, his disease was passed down to Dr. Rank. Dr. Rank said, "To have to suffer because of another man's sin. There is no justice in every single family. In one way or another, there is some inexorable curse which brings retribution. My innocent my innocent spine has to suffer because of my father, well, enjoyed himself when he was young." So we can say that he represent throughout the play that how fate has its own ways. No matter what, you will still suffer because the curse is passing through generations. And where can we relate this point? We can relate this point in Nora's life. How? Because she was treated by her father as a doll, and same happened to her when she came to her husband's house, Torvald. She was also treated as a doll again in her married life as well. So we can say that it is a important symbol as well. Our next symbol is the macarons. We know in the initial play, Nora wanted to eat macarons, but her husband didn't allow her. So the macarons Nora ate throughout the play symbolize the tacit in the marriage. Stepping away from the negative side, the macarons represent her desire to be independent from Torvald. Nora, I have quoted the lines from play, taking the macarons from her pocket, "And I will have one too, just a teeny one. No more than two. Oh, I'm so happy. There's just one more thing I would love to do, something I have been longing to say in front of Torvald." Nora hides the macarons from Torvald, hence the tacit in the marriage. The macarons are a taste of taste of freedom. So, as we see that she hides whenever she ate macarons because it is a symbol of freedom, taste of freedom for her. Um, Torvald somehow, because he treats her wife as a child, he treats her wife as a little being who cannot take decisions for herself, so doesn't allow her to eat macarons so often, which she like. But because she's a human being after all, she hides the Macron from Torvald, and all of this represent there is a trouble in their marriage which Nora hides from Torvald, and we see that this trouble, this deceit, later um, later came out in the play. So the next symbol is the Christmas tree. Just like Nora, the Christmas tree is used as a decoration that is meant to be admired. Uh, the Christmas tree breaks down and is plain and exposed, representing the collapse of Nora's lies, and the ugly truth is revealed. Lines from the play is the same setting as Act 1, but the Christmas tree is now in the corner by the piano, stripped of its ornaments and with burned down candles on its somewhat tattered branches. She, Nora, is pacing the room, visibly uncomfortable. We can say that the Christmas tree represent Nora. Why? Because in the initial portion of the play, we see that she is preparing the Christmas tree. It is doing nothing, just working as a piece of ornamentation. So Nora was also a way to, you know, a showing off thing for her husband, a good wife, a nice mother, loving mother for her children, and nothing else. He treated her like just a piece of uh, wait a minute, huh? He treated her like a decoration piece and just admired him without giving her any authority, any autonomy to represent herself or to go for her own dreams. The next symbol is Tarantula. Uh, Nora's inner passion that she is unable to express comes from the Latin word for spider. We know that in the later part of the play, Nora dances Tarantula, so she represents her emotions through that dance. Our next symbol is Krogstad. Krogstad is used to symbolize unreliability of appearance. What do we mean by unreliability of appearance? At first, she blackmails Nora, but as the play goes on, the reader is presented with the tale of a man in a situation very similar to Nora's. He ultimately changes his way, as said by Krogstad in Act 3. I will wait here until Torvald comes down. I will tell him he must give me my letter back, that it's only about my dismissal, that he mustn't read it. We know that initially Krogstad blackmailed Nora because he wanted to get his job back or didn't want Torvald to fire him. But later on, he changes his whole plan because he is persuaded by Linda, her friend, and then changes her whole plan for her sake, and he somehow assures that he will ask Torvald to give her letter back, his letter back, and it is only about my dismissal, his dismissal, that he mustn't read it. Our next symbol is Torvald, a second major character, Nora's husband. Like Krogstad, Torvald also symbolizes the idea of appearance versus reality. In the end, Torvald is the enemy of Nora. One of the surprises of this play is that Krogstad is not really the central antagonist. In the end, that prestige belongs to Torvald Helmer. Torvald's nickname for Nora shows that he feels superior to her and uses his to control her. Nora proves this by saying, I have been your doll wife. Torvald is somehow the antagonist, the villain of the play, because we see that the play is about the basic equal rights for men and women. But the Torvald is the one character, the main character, who denies female having their basic rights of autonomy or freedom, basic authority. So we can say that he is the villain or antagonist of the play, We first consider Krogstad as the villain or antagonist because he was the one who blackmails Nora, but later on we find out that Torvald was the one who overall throughout the play manipulates his wife by nicknaming her with the nicknaming her in such a way that she is inferior and he became superior. So later in the play, Nora realizes that she is her doll wife. Sorry, she is his doll wife. She ultimately leave her. So this was all about the symbols that were majorly used in the play. We have some other important discussion about the character development of Nora, and I think we are going to discuss in the other lecture. So for today, this is enough. I hope you got a good idea of the symbols used in a doll's house. See you later in the next video. Okay, thank you.